Good morning and happy Saturday, everyone. Today, for Wine Ambassador Training, we have the one and only, my best friend, it seems, on the MSIs, Linda Horn. She leads all of us in amazing trainings, and today we are so excited to have you here where we can learn some new things from you. So take it away, Linda.
Thank you, Stacy. Love you to pieces. I am terribly nervous. I get nervous when I'm on the camera. That's just me. But I did put some things together. Basically, I'm going to start with the basics today. I know we have a lot of new members, and there's a lot of information that we need to know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I've got some notes to go through. But the reason that I want to do this is I actually was offered some restaurants, some bars and restaurants to talk to some people. And before I even get started with all of this, I just want to tell you, I think I upset the girl because she said, well, I have a bottle of wine. She's actually a beer distributor, but she said, I have a bottle of wine that I just don't like, and I'm going to give it to you. So she went and got it and brought it back to me. It was this. You get this at Walmart. Okay. So I just thought, wow, how can I properly introduce these wines to her? So I talked to her a little bit, and she said, well, I have two people that are interested in non-mass produced wines. So I have to call them and connect with them. We're small towns, we're all small towns. We're not really, there's many of us here that have had fine wines, but then there's many of us that don't even know what a fine wine is. So when I talked to her, I said, well, what we have, and I went through everything. I went through everything I have here, as far as joining and becoming, just becoming a member and trying the wines. You're going to notice such a huge difference. She said, well, this lady that's a friend of mine, I went to school with her, and she owns a bar restaurant, and she's looking for sulfate free. So that was my opening, right? So I was able to educate her a little bit on what we have here. Natural sulfates and sulfate free. They just don't really understand what that is. So because of the education I've learned here from Rory and Tanya, from Peter, from Brett, I was able to portray to her what a fine wine really is. So she passed that on to this girl, and she wants to have a meeting with me and have a tasting. So I am going to set that up. And I've learned a lot from everything that Brett's been telling us, as far as the QR codes and doing things like that. So I'm working on my presentation. I haven't gotten a hold of her yet, but I want to do that this week. So with that being said, number one, you want to become a member, become an ambassador, become reserve, become Grand Cru, whatever position you'd like to be in. If you're not sure if you're going to like the wines, then at least become a member, okay, and taste them. So once you become a member, or one of the other ones, you want to log in, you want to verify your address, you want to verify your billing, including the CVV code. Make sure everything is entered again. Even though there may be asterisks in there, always fill it out anyway. Make sure that it's correct. Then you want to go into the webinars, check out all the information, all the learning tools, and everything that's in your back office. It's going to teach you things that you didn't know, okay? And then in the presenter's name, you want to definitely put presented by and your name in there. If somebody clicks on that, they're not going to know if that's you or not. That verifies that it's you. You want to make sure your smart chip is turned on, so your monthly membership is activated. You want to make sure down at the bottom that your UPS My Choice is on. That tracks your package. That lets you know to be at your address approximately when it's going to be coming. You don't want to miss them. They only give it a couple of tries. And now with the heat and everything that we've got everywhere, you don't want your wine sitting in a UPS truck or in a warehouse. We also have the grapevine marketing system, the $14.95 or the $59.95. Those are free leads provided by Rory and Tanya. And that's unheard of, correct? So you want to investigate all of the possibilities that you have for being here, right? So some notes that I was able to portray onto the people I was talking to and will continue on. These are exclusive wines. You can't just go and buy them anywhere. You've got to be a member. You want to share them. So maybe you don't drink wine. Maybe you've never tried wine. You want to try it. But if for some reason there's many different reasons why people don't, okay? But there's always someone around you that does. So what you want to do is share. Have tasting parties, local bars and business, and take a bottle of wine to them, give them, ask them if you can put your table, I don't know exactly what they're called, but the table covers with your QR code on them so people can come in on their own. You don't have to always be a presenter, because your website's going to be the presenter for you, with all of the different webinars and access and everything that they have in your back office. And they'll get that in theirs as well. Not mass produced, which is a huge quality. With this little puppy right here, mass produced. So if once you try our wines, that Walmart wine is going to go out the door, down the drain, whatever. That is, as Roy refers to, punch or Kool-Aid or what have you. It's got the alcohol qualities in there, but you're going to get a headache. So anyway, and then we have our own vineyard. We are a debt-free organization. There's been many careful thoughts and some amazing people here that run this organization. We've got the president, Brett. We've got the CTO, Peter, which puts all of these little devices in your back office for you and keeps them running smoothly. We have Rory and Tanya. Rory is the CEO, and Tanya is everything. She's a little bit of everywhere. Organization, putting things together, keeping everybody calm down and straight. She's the mama figure. Amazing. And Adele is also Peter's mom. She does go to the tastings. Every quarter, they go and they taste the wines to see what we're going to have for those reoccurring shipments. They all have the taste of fine wine. So with someone in that organization that's running everything for you, you just can't, it's a passion, okay? And that's probably what I want to portray more than anything, is the passion. And also, it's the fastest growing wine club in the USA, and we're opening up more and more and more around the globe. There's always things that happen, but they're trying to get them straightened out. It may be shipping. It may be, they're trying to keep the cost down as low as possible for everyone. So, and then as far as your QR code, I know people have asked me, well, I don't have a QR code. Yes, everybody has a QR code. There's a couple different places you can find them. Either you can go to where we call it the hamburger, the three lines at the top, and you click on that and you'll see there is a QR code button there. Or you can go into my account and there is a QR code button there. You want to copy that, save it. You can print it off. You can do, whatever you need to do with that QR code. Send it to your printer so you can have some things made. You can add it to your business cards. There's just many different things to do with that code. And more as time goes on, that's what everyone's doing, is using QR codes. So that is another wave of the future. And bottom line is, no one will ever have the experience unless they try it. So we really want to introduce this globally. in our own areas, like I said, I'm a small town and I've got a lot of realtors to hit up. They claim to have a high taste. We'll see. I'm really wanting to expand this in my own area. And then let's see, once you're part of the club, then you also have a choice. You can go in and place a custom case. So if you go into your back office, you're going to see all of these wonderful wines here that they have. They have the ones that aren't available. You just click on them and add them to this little wooden crate here and create your own case. So, and then, and as we all know, if you're having an up and coming event, that's a tongue twister, you want to order ahead and you want to give them plenty of time to get them to you. So make sure that you plan ahead and have plenty of wine for tastings, for parties, for whatever event you have coming up. Also in the back office, there are also monthly cheeses and Wagyu beefs, top quality meats and cheeses. And you can get the cheese grotto as well to save and preserve your cheeses in. And then there's a party in your back office. So if you put all those things together, you're going to have an amazing event, amazing parties and gatherings, whether it's graduation, whether it's a birthday party, whether it's just relatives coming in from out of town. You can have an amazing event. And then also, I want to put this out there because I do follow him. Brett is really amazing when it comes to putting things out. He's got the Wine Ambassador set up on Instagram, Facebook, the social media platforms. But I do suggest if you need some daily inspiration, he's a great one to follow. He's always got good inspirational wording, and we're blessed to have him in his realm as well as all the others. We've got Rory, and he's in a different realm where he advertises in many different platforms and many different ways. So you put all this together, and it's just incredible. It's a well-oiled machine, and you definitely want to be a part of it. If you're not, make sure whoever invited you here that you do jump in. If not, you are missing out. So, Rory, that's pretty much what I've got for today. Do you have more that you'd like to add?
Well, this is great. As far as more, I mean, there's always something we can do more. You got some great highlights on talking to places. I'm going to tell you guys, I almost muted you because you don't know, but you were going a different path on this restaurant stuff, and this is great. Mm-hmm. But you guys, after September, after our harvest event, you're going to have even more resources to present properly and get this out to the restaurants, to other partnerships. I don't want to say we're bringing you a lot more marketing, and it comes from a collective with having Brett's background, our background here with Tanya and I, and then obviously with Peter. But we are professional marketers. That's who owns Wine Ambassador, and we're putting tools together that we want for us, for everybody here too. And the Grapevine system, I'm just going to add to it. Even the 1495 version is going to be even more powerful come September 6th. And we're, the resources that has. So those of you that are doing your V marketing, I hope you're adding them to your Grapevine. After you reach through them, that's one of those things we just drip on them. Even though, we're doing the presentations, we bring things in the way we do, but we're making that even more of a follow-up tool as a resource to help us build, to throw stuff into. We're going to be automating even more of that, but there's some great marketing tools we're adding to that to help us all expand in the right type of partnerships for our product of wine. What we have as far as this Wine of the Month Club and everything we have, the benefits of it are great, but it won't sell itself, right? We've got to go out there and spread the message on there, but we've got some tools to help that happen. That's, again, September 6th, it'll be more known. So everybody that's not making the Grand Cru event, If you're Grand Cru, you'll be able to watch the live broadcast as it happens from your back office for free. If you're Grand Cru, everybody else, there'll be tickets available at some point. I think it's like $24.99, and you'll get your 10 or 15% discount based on your estate reserve status. But we wanted to have everybody there that couldn't make it physically to see what's going on. And, you know, it's gonna, I think at 4:00 p.m. Pacific on you know, on the 6th, which is Labor Day. It's a Monday. It's going to be an incredible show. It's going to be an incredible event. So, Laurie, yeah, you'll be able to get them from your back office. I got to see. I know they're going to make them available here soon, but it'll be available from your back office, and then you'll be able to access it right from there. This is something we just decided to throw on here, mainly because we have some great instructors that can't make it, that need to be there at least in spirit and way to contact them. So, you know, Tom DiBartolo, you guys could thank him multiple times. We really wanted to make sure you could get connected, and we have others, including some of our MSIs that couldn't make it, that we wanted to make sure they could be part of it all. You know, I'll put that out there. Melissa, who can't make it because of the cattle, we got to get her out there, guys. We're gonna have to start doing like you know, we're gonna have to start doing a chant until she shows up or something. We're gonna figure this out. That's for you, Melissa. We gotta, you know, keep her cranking so they can sell those cattle off. I mean, it's a goal for Tanya and I now. We got to get Melissa to all these. And Tom, as you can, of course. Yeah. We all, like 20 of us show up, take care of all the chores, knock it all out, and then drag her away. That sounds like a good plan, Stacy. So, no, I got to tell you guys, like this rest of the time, I would like start posting ads to your wine pages. Like, you know, on Saturdays, this is, you know, a day for training, but activity is the best. If you're doing video marketing, get it done. If you're setting up all that stuff, you know, to get moving on your business, go get that going. So I guess to add to it is we got a lot coming on. Get marketing and building, doing the things that actually helps you build your customer base, get the word out there, do the actual education of what we have, get that video out in front of as many people as you can on a regular basis. That's what we should be doing. So, you know, Linda, I don't know if you want to spend more time posting ads. That's, I think we need to focus on that. And then that'd be good for you to post some ads for yourself out there, and look for even local boards or local groups, you know, just doing the work to do that. And that I think we should do for the rest of the hour if you want, Linda.
Okay, we can do that. Let me get set up here.
I think the more you guys see how easy it is to post ads, the better it's going to be. That's one thing we can do all the time. You can always participate. And even if you can only do it on Saturdays and you're here, that, you know, that's something you can do. And when you're listening to stuff, watching through, you can be posting ads while you're watching and listening. You know, you want to pay attention, absolutely, but then get ready, right? And maybe get some inspiration or add headlines and you can write them down. You know, start creating those habits that help you be a better performance blogger. Help create those habits so you can be a better, you know, like what do you say to somebody? That's the things you're supposed to be gaining from this, and write it down. You know, and you don't need to know everything, right? We got that video that does all the heavy lifting. You just got to get people to that video, get people to the Monday night call, and just share this awesome freaking product, right?
Absolutely. All right, I'm getting set up here so I can get some ads popped out.
Linda, one of the comments in the chat from Brenda Kane is needing help in getting ideas for the title of the ad itself.
Okay.
That's a great place to start. And
absolutely. Well, let me get over here, and I just throw them in. So let me go back to share my screen. And okay, so what I have, I just go through whenever anybody else posts something, I just I put them in here. So just come up with ideas. Like, and this one I know is from Sheila, as far as romantic nights and dinners and things like that. Build your wine and cellar, exclusive wine members, stay-at-home mom looking for income, make income in the wine biz. There's all kinds of different ways to word things. It doesn't always have to be about making money, but put them in, California Wine Valley, Napa Wines, going global. That's something that we're working on, hot and heavy. So you want to advertise things out there like that are, excuse me, that are important. Okay. So does that hopefully give you some ideas, Brenda? I can give you the list if you need it. I need to go into my ads. All right. Oh, it's not working. That one's down. Trying to put some different ones out if possible. All right, so we have this free lead here. Let's just go in, go to free ad forum. And just search through, there's business opportunities. There's all kinds of different things here that you can go through. I'm going to do something off the cuff. We'll just go ahead and do business opportunities. Post an ad. No, I don't want this one because I don't log into accounts very often. Oh, my security system doesn't like that one. Obviously, my security needs to be whitelisted on a lot of things. I just had this new security system put in and it's causing me nothing but hassles. There we go. We'll just go here and publish your ad free. Okay, category. Go over here and I'm going to grab one of these. See if they'll let me not put a price in it. I'll just put 99 in there. Okay, no. Community. I do this a lot. For some reason, I think I lose some of my sign-ins, sign-ups. Let's see, I'll log in with Google. That will be good. Error occurred. Well, okay. What's the error?
Okay, so what Linda's doing, you guys, is she's copying and pasting from her template. If you guys spend more time working your templates and getting them ready to go, posting ads is going to go much, much quicker. All you're doing, this is copy and paste. And I saw a request to talk while we're clicking. That's really actually pretty difficult to do, guys, to type and talk at the same time, keeping a conversation going. The main thing is just watch and learn, because you don't talk to other people when you're posting ads.
That's right. That's right. It's
Well,
all
it's
about
really
the
not
action
that difficult unless you actually want everything spelled right. Then it becomes difficult.
Yes, exactly. But most of us have our own little nuances on staying organized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've all listened to, if you haven't watched Tanya's videos on getting organized, guys, I highly recommend doing it. It's going to give you some tips. It may not be exactly how she does it, but you got to use what works for you on getting organized. And that includes posting ads, keeping track of them. And if you're wondering where to go to find these different online ad sites, they're on your RRR247.com on our main website. Bookmark that website and you'll see the list in there under free traffic sites. So bookmark, you should always have that bookmarked. Sorry, Linda.
And that's okay. And in our groups, we're always posting new places to add. That's what I'm doing now because I hadn't actually logged in to create an account. I was just doing the free ads. So that's why I'm a little bit messed up here. I'm not going into my normal ones that I usually do. I'm actually finding new places. So it's an adventure for me too. And as far as not talking, I can multitask, but I've got things going on here in my brain that I'm trying to find what I really want to put out. So,
as far as what all needs, oh, go ahead, Linda.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead, Stacey.
Someone's asking for the ad template, a template of the ad. Guys, at the top, you start a new Google Doc, a new Google document.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a free app. That's why we have you guys all get, a new Gmail account, because then you get access to all the free apps on Google. And docs, sheets, slides. There's a ton of stuff out there, including your Google Voice. But you just open up a new document. What I do is I start a new folder and I have it named templates. And then inside that template, I open it up and I do another new folder. And it's going to be on the ad that I'm going to be posting about wine, Velveeta. And actually Velveeta gets its own file folder. I think of it as like a file drawer and a big file cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And, each file, so with Velveeta, I have one for each of the products. With wine, I have red wine, white wine, Christmas time, the different holidays and stuff because the amount of ads that we post for wine is just so numerous. I needed to get myself more organized on it.
Right. And my problem is I had to go back to factory. That's why this is such a disaster. With one of the new downloads, it took me back to factory and I've had to go back in and find everything. My organization is a little bit messed up, but I work on it when I can, but that's not very often.
Because we're all multitasking.
Yeah. Something like that, Stacey. Something like that. Absolutely true. Okay, so I'm going to just pick another location. Let's go to Florida. We'll go down to now.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I thought I'd just bring my wine down to you. So anyway, I'm getting all these into my email as well. They're going to start popping in there. Okay.
Linda, if you ever visit Florida, the one thing you do not have to bring with you is wine.
My friend's got that, right?
I got you covered.
Let's see.
And then as far as the template itself, guys, you label it what you want at the top so you can find it easier. How we do it and how you do it are going to be two different ways. Mm-hmm. There's no right way or wrong way.
Mm-hmm. No, we're all different.
And then
with me, Go ahead.
I was going to say, I start with my PBS link to my Fine Wines page or whatever other wine pages I want to post about. I put them all in there. I put my links in first, and then I start in with the different heading titles that I want to come up with.
Too.
Yours are at the bottom. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then you just start writing. What would catch your eye when you're writing an ad? What catches your eye? Write it in that kind of format, because if it's catching your eye, it might catch somebody else's eye. And if you see that, some of these sites, it'll actually report back to you when you sign in with the free account. It'll report back to you how many visits you had on your ad. And, if you're seeing one ad written in a certain way isn't getting a lot of clicks, and another ad written in a completely different way is getting more clicks, switch. There's
Yeah.
nothing that says you can't. It's just, oh gee, another new ad. Darn. And as I saw that it pop up here, Jenny, you asked about tiny URLs. I haven't really been using tiny URLs. I haven't, maybe that'll be something on an ad that I thought would perform better. I might switch to a tiny URL and see if it does work better.
I don't use them, and the other part of that is on a lot of these ads, you don't have the option to put your URL in. I always link my words. So even in my templates that I have, some of my words are linked. So they're ready to go. So my URL is already in some of the wording that I'm posting out, because a lot of these places aren't giving you that option. Let's try this one, see what's going on here. I'm just not having much luck today, obviously. Let's see. Okay. This one
The
I
way I
got.
was taught on that, Linda, tiny URLs are for like social media posting and text messaging and all that kind of stuff. But a hyperlink, there's no need for a tiny URL. The hyperlink, nothing's seen with the words, you just put it behind.
It's changed so much. It used to be that you did use the tiny URLs a lot, but it's changed so much that I don't think that we use them as much as what we used to. I don't think I've used them in a long time.
You mean we're keeping things relevant?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, let's go to Columbus. Yeah. Columbus is a big place. Where are we going to put this? Let's community. Love and lost and found, love, romance, public announcement. Let's go there. Why not? Okay, let's go over here and find myself a title that I like. See what kind of image I pick this time. At one time I ended up with 2 drop boxes. And then when I had to go back to factory, I lost everything. So it is disorganization at its finest. Yeah, I'm not giving you my phone number.
If you're doing wine, use your wine bot.
Yep, I've got that too. I've got that, and I don't even care if it's my Google Voice number. Please enter a valid number. Oh, gotta take the one off. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. All fields are required. Okay, so what am I missing? Oh, didn't put the ad in there. I'm jumping down on the left side. A lot of these are old figures too. Get those up to stuff. Forbes is huge on a lot of this. Okay, so then I want to go ahead, Stacy.
The link for creating yellow folders. If you're David, if you're talking about Google and doing Google Docs and Sheets, go explore. Just, it's all under Drive. So if you click on the 9 little dots, the upper left corner next to your circle where either you've put your profile picture or your initials in, there's 9 little dots there. Those are the Google apps. Click on that, click on Drive, and run with it. Go play, go experiment, guys. Don't wait for us to tell you how to do things. Most everything I learned by just doing and getting myself into trouble and figuring out how to get myself out of trouble. You learn things better when you're doing it yourself versus having someone tell you every single step. You know, you didn't learn how to drive a car by someone saying, take that key, make sure you hold it in a certain direction and put it in that little hole there called an ignition. You watched your parents do it over and over. And you learned what the long, thin pedal and the wide, flat pedal meant as well when you were learning to drive. Sometimes not in the right order, but you know, you learned by doing when you learned how to drive. Same with riding a bike. Found out it was a little bit easier putting both hands on the handlebars instead of no hands on the handlebars. Just learn by doing. Learn by doing. I just can't stress that enough.
Absolutely. And, you know, playing around with things, you're not going to break anything just by checking them out. I know a lot of people are concerned about the new systems and everything, the way that they're happening. Just click around a little bit. You're not going to hurt anything. That one was too big. I didn't like that one. Let's do this one, see what happens with it. See if that made it happy. It doesn't like this phone number for some reason. It's giving me grief. So let's try to put my Google Voice in there, see if that'll work.
Try without dashes.
All right. It had the 1 and I took the 1 away and I don't know if, let's do that. Take this, copy that. Kind of weird, don't you think? That they wouldn't want dashes.
You would think, yeah, you'd think they'd say no dashes.
Okay, what's this? Input one-time password.
They're verifying you're using an act, so they're sending a password to the phone number being used.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my Google Voice. I don't like that it's published, but that's all right. Stranger things have happened. All right.
See, and I had chat up, so I didn't see it. Y'all quit chatting.
Quit talking, Stacy. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Well, look at that. It finally took it. Yeah, we're not paying, so it's free and it's ad submitted successfully. So there we go. All right, let's go in. I know I've got a bunch more places, but I didn't put them up with my ad. I have them in my Google. All right, let's see. Post an ad. Here we go. We'll go to the hot web. Okay. So I'm not going to have to worry about copying that over right now because I got an email from it. So I'm just going to keep going. And then I can copy all that stuff over to my document when I'm done. Some other ones. Category was not selected. Oh. All right. Good deal. All right, guys. That's enough for now.
Great job, Linda.
Well,
I was taking
obviously by
notes.
next week I've got to do better. Well, like I said, I've put myself in other avenues and I need to get this straightened out here. I'm going to stop. Oh, did you shut the room off, Stace?